You just talked about 60 gigawatts in 1 year. Phenomenal number. Sam Altman wants multiple 5 gigawatt data centers. Is that realistic?
Well, is it realistic to have 5 gigawatts powering a data center? Absolutely. 60 gigawatts in 1 year. I mean, we want to add all of those gigawatts, and we know that we can. I mean, we know that if we can get these data centers, and I appreciate Sam Altman's focus on nuclear, right? And he's obviously focused not just on fission, but on fusion. But we want to see these hyperscalers band together potentially, for those who are interested, and order a 12-pack of small modular reactors so that we can build them at scale and not do this sequentially. We know that everybody's leery of being the first of a kind, and everybody wants to be the nth of a kind or the fifth of a kind. Okay, let's get through all of that and order them together so that you can actually do the build together. You can, because do you really care what kind of clean power you get as long as it's reliable, clean baseload power? So it seems to me there's an opportunity there for some collaboration across the industry as well as with government.
Do you care where the money comes from? Sam Altman has been busy trying to raise funds from the Middle East, we understand. Does that matter to you?
Here's what I would say. We don't, money is green, but I do think it's important to have, what's the access, I guess, for those who are funding to very sensitive IP, right? I mean, these advanced chips are, the GPUs for AI can be used for a variety of things. And we want them to be used in the right way. And so does that mean you get access to the IP? That's a question. But we want these data centers built in the US, as I mentioned. So however they get funded, as long as that there's some boundaries on it, I think it's perfectly fine.
Do we need more regulation in that area, in AI more generally?
Well, I do think regulation is is always a question, because you want to make sure that it is done in a thoughtful way, and sometimes that takes a while. We're more interested in making sure that the chips themselves are staying in the U.S., or if there is the building of data centers overseas, that there are real boundaries on the potential for dispersion of those. And we're also, it's about national security, but it's also about competition, right? We want to lead the world in AI, and we are, and we want it to stay that way. And so we don't want to we don't want to create constraints on that. However, we recognize that unconstrained AI could also be used in a very negative way, and so we want to channel that in the right direction.